Hello and welcome to another episode of Food is Fuck. My name is Zeke and Simone is behind the camera as usual, and today we are cooking a twice baked mashed stuffed potato, or a double baked mashed stuffed potato. We're gonna bake a potato, make mashed potatoes out of it, put it back in the potato, and then bake it again. That's what we're doing. So this is a recipe that I got off a YouTube channel about 2-3 years ago. It's called Food Wishes. But of course we are gonna give it the food as fuck treatment. So it's not gonna be exactly the same, but thank you to Food Wishes for the inspiration. We love you guys, really like what you do over there. Okay, so you guys are gonna love this dish today. Before we do anything, you need to wash your potatoes. And what we wanna do now is we're gonna oil them up. So just not too much, just a little bit of olive oil. A little bit of salt. Just rub it around that salt, make sure that you salt it everywhere. First step is we're gonna put these into a preheated 400 degrees oven for 1 hour. And I'll see you babies. All right, here we go. So they've been in there for an hour. So this is very hot, so be careful. Wow. Ow. And we are just, ow, this is so hot, man. Whoa. Let's use this. So 1/3 up. All right, now, what you want to do is we are going to scoop up the potatoes from the inside, put them into a bowl, and that's going to be the base for our mashed potatoes. Now, the trick is try to be gentle. You don't want to rip the skin, right? And try to leave, I don't know, about 4 to 5 millimeters of potato flesh around the skin. And this is so hot. As you can see, the potato is fully cooked through. You can sort of gently scrape. Okay, so we have scooped out most of the potatoes. It's in the bowl now. It's very, very hot. And we are going to start to make our mashed potatoes. So I recommend that you do this while the potatoes are still hot, so things are easier. So here's what I'm gonna do for my mashed potatoes. Remember, the mashed potato part of this dish is totally up to you guys. So I'm gonna start with some nice knobs of butter. I'm gonna add a little salt, pepper, a dash of nutmeg. For my potatoes, I'm actually gonna be adding not the broccoli, but I'm gonna be adding the fluffy or the fuzzy part at the top of the broccoli. And what this does is it gives it a nice earthiness and also makes the color look really cool. Now I'm gonna grate some cheese into this. Simone, you don't object to cheese, right?
No, absolutely. I object to broccoli.
Now I pre-chopped some scallions that I'm also gonna be adding into this. And here's the awesome part. So I chopped up some salami really, really fine, and I fried some of it. You guys can add bacon if you want, or you can not add anything at all. And then I'm gonna put some salami that's chopped up raw, right? And that's it. That's my mashed potatoes. You know that I'm not gonna leave it at that, of course. I'm gonna take it up a notch. So I'm gonna make a little well here. And then, so egg. Putting the yolk with my milk. So what the egg does is, the egg gives a beautiful color to the potatoes, and it helps the potato rise in the oven and gives it a very fluffy texture, and it's just gonna be brilliant. Just try it. Again, I cannot stress this enough. These are my mashed potatoes. I do a different variety of mashed potatoes. Just this part of the dish is totally up to you guys, right? So just do whatever mashed potatoes that you guys like. All right, so this part, I really like to do this step. It, in my opinion, makes a huge difference. So just follow along with me here. So I'm gonna take more of the cheese and I'm going to grate it first, right, into that little beautiful potato pocket. Now, you take the top that you sliced off the potato and you put it skin side down like this. It fortifies the base, right? So it makes it a bit stronger because we're gonna fill it up with a lot of stuff and we're gonna put it in the oven again. So what I like to do is I take a small amount first of my mashed potatoes and I sort of smear it all the way inside. I fill up the sides. And that's it. So as you can see, I have this sort of cavity in the middle. I usually go with a little more cheese, because why not? And then I take an egg. Now, these eggs are a little bit different than the normal soft-boiled eggs that we do. Instead of 6 minutes, I've actually only boiled these for 5, right? So as you can see, they're super, super soft. And the reason why I did that is because they're gonna go in the oven for another 20 or 25 minutes. And I still want the eggs to be sort of runny when they're done, right? I don't want them to be hard-boiled eggs. Okay, we're almost done. Last step. Now, this is not really necessary, but I find that it's really, really good. So this is a very sort of rich, dense dish. So I use this stuff, and this is a Japanese sort of paste that's made from something called yuzu. And yuzu is a Japanese citrus kind of fruit. So this stuff is very potent, actually. So it's very citrusy, but in a very strong kind of way. So I find that when I put this in the middle, it sort of cuts that richness of the potato. And that's it. And then you just continue with your potatoes. So when you reach this stage, what I like to do is to get a fork and sort of mess up the potato, right? You don't want it to be smooth. I want as much surface area as I can because I'm going to lather this with butter and cheese. And there you go. And by the way, man, these are some good mashed potatoes, dude. Look, I know I said you can do your own, but these are some good mashed potatoes. I have some melted butter here, so I'm gonna take this butter and very lightly dab it. Remember, you don't want to smooth out all the potato that we wasted our time trying to fluff up. A little bit more cheese on the top. And here's the secret part. I actually put a little panko.
What?
I put a little panko, man.
Panko?
Yeah, so some panko, just like that. I go one last time with that butter, man. This goes in the oven for 25 minutes, 30 minutes tops, and gloriousness ensues. All right, so the oven has been at 400 degrees. From last time, we didn't really do anything. We're just gonna put it in now for 25 minutes. While that happens, check this out. All right, moment of truth. Look at that. Look at that. There we go. And that goes in there. Oh, that. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? That is beautiful. All right, here we go. Ooh, that is hot, but I can feel that the egg is perfect. Oh, yeah. And I'm gonna go for a little sriracha. Okay, so last but not least, we added some gravy that I had whipped up earlier just to make it more epic. And man, this looks so good. So remember, the tip for this dish is if you want the eggs to be as runny as these ones, you need to boil them only for 5 minutes because they are going to cook in the oven again for another 25. So yeah, so let's begin. Good?
Perfect for summer.
I don't think so. we're dying of heat here. Please, guys, if you like what we do, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, please share our videos, we would really appreciate it, and comment down below. Let's start a conversation. I've been Zeke again from Food as Fuck, and this has been Simone, and we'll see you guys in the next time.